Going live, getting everything set up so I can do this. All right, going live on day 8 of 30. Look at that. 8 days in a row. I've gotten dressed, coming on here to chat. We're going to talk about how to get your teenager to talk to you. That's what this whole series is about. If you've missed any of the others, I invite you to go listen. I am sharing so many good tidbits about how to get your teenager to talk to you because I hear from moms every day, why won't my teen talk to me? I try so hard. Listen, I know you're an intentional mom. I know you're trying hard. I'm here to help you see. That is a big goal of mine, is to help you see your teenager different, see yourself different, and see the pattern that you are stuck in different. Because guess what? It's not your fault. It's not your teenager's fault. It's the pattern that you are stuck in's fault. We're going to blame the pattern. And guess what? Patterns can be changed. So I'm here to help you see in this 30 days how you can get your teenager to talk to you by shifting your perspective and your mindset. So I'm here to teach you this. And then I have a workshop that I'm actually teaching next week all about an accelerated space. So I'm teaching you little tidbits here in these 30 days, 15 minutes. I'm going live every day. In the workshop, I teach more. And all of that is to present to you, guess what? There's even more after this. I have a private space, a group coaching, the Trusted Academy, where I work with moms on a near daily basis on this very thing. How to get your teenager to talk to you by becoming trusted. So today, on day 8, we're going to talk about quantum leaps. I actually just shared a reel about this, a shortened version of a quantum leap. And after this video, if you type the word leap, I'll send you the information to the workshop, because the workshop is where you take an accelerated pace. Now I brought my whiteboard. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it very well. I'll try to show just a little bit, because I want to talk about what a quantum leap looks like. Okay, so imagine yourself. Let's see, I got to get my marker. Imagine yourself here. All right, standing. We're going to put a little smile on your face. That's mom standing on, we'll just say, a piece of land, right? And think of it like the Grand Canyon. Okay, that's what we're going to think of, is when you think of it as moving forward. If you imagine the Grand Canyon, right? You're on one side of the Grand Canyon. You want to get to the other side of the Grand Canyon. How do you get there? Well, the Grand Canyon feels big. It feels enormous, right? It feels impossible. Like, what if somebody said you could jump from one side of the Grand Canyon to another? You'd be like, no, you're crazy. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I'm not hearing any sound. I am having the hardest time with people saying that they're not hearing sound. I decided not to use my microphone today because of that. So I'm just going to go with it and hope that other people can hear the sound. So quantum leap is like going from one side of a canyon to another. Most moms are here. They want to get to the other side of this canyon, because that's where their teenager is, right? Their teenager, we're going to give them a little bit of a frowny face, because teenagers just seem sad a lot of the times. That's what I hear from a lot of moms, that their teen is sad. And so they want to get to the other side. Most moms are here taking the steps. You're reading the books. You're showing up to the lives. You're listening to the podcast. You're doing all the things. So why isn't it moving the needle? Why does it seem like it's not moving the needle? Let me know, others, if you can hear this live, because somebody said that you couldn't hear. So I'm genuinely curious if you can hear me. So you're doing all the things, but you're still on this side of the canyon. How do you leap? The goal is to leap. And we all know that there's no such thing as a quick fix, right? And the goal is, how can I get there the fastest way possible? You're not looking for a quick fix. You're looking just for speed for this leap. So you're stuck in these same patterns, these same routines, same shutdown from your teenager. A quantum leap is when you stop trying to inch your way across and you take the bridge. We're here to build a bridge. I'm here to help you build a bridge. Okay? And in my workshop, I talk a lot about building bridges and what the bricks of the bridges are made up of. So if you go to lab.kristenduke.com, that's how you get to my workshop. I'm teaching it next week. So we're all about building a bridge, and that I am the guide to help teach you how to build that bridge. This is my expertise. This is what I've spent years and years working on, researching. I've got my my degree in child development. This is what I encompass, and this is what I strive to teach here. And you're not going to be able to catch the wave in little tidbits that you're hearing on Instagram. So I was talking to a mom recently. She told me, I feel like I know what to do. My brain knows what to do. And if you look back at what I taught in yesterday's live, we talked about the caveman brain and how you can rewire your brain. So she's like, I know what to do. I just can't seem to do it in the moment. Does anybody else feel like that? You know what to do, but you can't seem to do it in the moment. Her teen would shut down, give one-word answers, roll their eyes, and every time she'd push harder, or she would walk away frustrated. Can you relate? She wasn't the problem. Her teen wasn't the problem. They were stuck in a pattern. Patterns can be broken. I'm here to help you break the patterns with your teenager. She had been trying to fix it on her own for years, reading the books, listening to the podcast, taking the tips that she found on social media. Within the first week of stepping into coaching, she saw it. Not just what her teen was doing, but what she was doing in the moment that was unintentionally shutting things down. That's what I've created for you. There's a new world. We got the internet world. There's a new world beyond social media where I take your hand and I guide you from this place across the bridge to the place you want to get with your teenager, the quantum leap. We're not talking about tips. We're not talking about scripts to memorize. It's a shift that you have to make that allows for this quantum leap. It's not flashy, but it moves you in a completely different trajectory. Who does not want a new trajectory, quantum leaped to get there? Okay, so I want to show you this book. It's called U Squared. Have you ever heard of this? I'm going to scoot my thingy over just a little bit. I want it just in the background so you can just be reminded of it. U Squared. It's a very thin book. I mean, look how small this is. Somebody recommended it a few years ago to me, and they're just mini chapters. It's a very easy light read, which is definitely my favorite kind of read. So what I want to talk to you about is it talks about quantum leaps. In fact, on this very first, I think in the second section, see, look, I don't know if you can read this backwards. It talks about quantum leaps. And I underlined a couple things that I wanted to read to you about quantum leaps today. We know where the term quantum leap comes from physics. Okay. Physics is not something that I'm super strengthened in. I will say I've had kids that have taken physics, AP physics, whatever. So quantum physics, to put it simply, as human beings, we are going to have to reframe our ideas. That's how you have a quantum leap, is reframing your ideas. And that's what I teach you at the workshop. I teach you how to see your teenager different, how to see yourself different, and how to see the pattern that you are stuck in different. I just need daily connection time. Today is a day. It is difficult to prioritize connection. That's another thing that I help you with on a daily basis when you step into the Trusted Academy is for 90 days, I give you prompts for daily connection that is easy. It's not about always going out to lunch. It's somewhat of its connection is conversation. Someone is doing light and fluffy, silly things. Okay. So I'm going to go back to this. I love when you guys comment, and I go off on tangents when you comment. So quantum leaps is about reframing your ideas. This is my goal in everything that I teach you in the Trusted Method, is reframing how to get from this place to the next. A lot of times you think, oh, I got to do this and I got to do this. And if you're finding that what you're doing isn't working, it's time to do something different. I'm here to help you do something different. So quantum leaps in this U Squared. U Squared is becoming you 2.0, the up-leveled version of yourself, the mom that's not just wants to become trusted, the mom that is trusted. And so much is reframing your ideas. So it talks about quantum leaps is about reframing your ideas. And this quote from Fred Allen Wolf, where he talks about this, he says, it's an explosive jump, okay, that a particle of matter undergoes in moving from one place to another, just like I drew with this Grand Canyon situation. You're in one place, you want to quantum leap to another. You don't want to go down the valley of despair and then back up. That's painful. How about building a bridge? Doesn't that sound better? Let's build a bridge instead of going down in this valley of despair. Quantum leaps is sometimes taking a risk, right? It feels scary to take a risk. Taking a risk is saying, you know what? This Coach Kristen, she seems like she's got something for me. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to stop being in this indecision prison, which is something that I talked about on a live a couple days ago, the prison of indecision. and take this leap, even though it feels risky. I got to trust my intuition. I got to trust what feels right. And oftentimes, what feels right is scary. It's taking a risk, going off into uncharted territory. Okay, that's what a quantum leap is. That's what this book U Squared says a quantum leap is. So, how do you feel about quantum leaps? What does that feel like to you? When you hear the word quantum leap, does it sound exciting? Does it sound scary? When you want your teenager to talk to you, which is what this whole series is about, we're day 8 of 30. I'm talking for about 15 minutes every day about how to get your teenager to talk to you and actually listen to what you have to say, because I recognize that that is a huge goal for moms. They're feeling stuck in their relationship with their teenager. I'm here to say it's not your teenager's fault. It's not your fault. It is the pattern you are stuck in. I'm here to help you break that pattern, to change that pattern, to quantum leap from where you are to where you want to be by building a bridge. And I start to teach you that at the workshop that I'm teaching next week. At the end of this live, if you comment LEAP, I'm going to send you the link to the workshop. It's also linked in my bio. You can also go to lab.kristenduke.com. I want to share a couple more thoughts on quantum leaps, and I wrote them down, so I'm going to read them for you. Well, I saw them on the internet. Quantum leaps don't make sense logically, right? You think about physics. If you're like me, you're like, physics, I mean, that just sounds like a lot going on. Doesn't make sense logically. If you're on one side of the Grand Canyon to get to the other side of the Grand Canyon, it doesn't make sense because you're like, everybody else just goes down. What do you mean you're telling me I can build a bridge from this side of the canyon to the other side of the canyon? Doesn't make sense because you've tried so many things. Big results don't come from doing more of the same thing, right? You've been doing the same thing over and over. They come from doing something different. I'm here to teach you something different. This is my expertise. Most moms think if I just try harder, if I just stay calmer, if I say the right thing, I've got a guide for that. Say this, not that. Things will get better. That's what you think, right? But quantum leaps don't come from trying harder. They come from thinking differently, having a different approach that doesn't make sense in the moment, right? Are you ready for a different approach? You feel like you've tried everything. Maybe not. You're not missing effort. You're missing a shift in how to see differently so that you are doing differently. You have to let go of what feels safe in a quantum leap. What got you here will not get you there. So it's all about doing something a little bit differently. The way you've been reacting, even if it feels justified. Listen, mom to mom, I see you. I get your overwhelm. I get your reaction. I'm not here to say, shove your emotions to the side. We're not robots. We are humans. We don't shove our emotions to the side. We find a new way to work through our own emotions and to talk about our emotions with our teenager. Because guess what? It's important for you to talk about your emotions with your teenager so that they learn to talk about their emotions and they learn a life skill that will benefit them in their future relationships. This is not just about here and now. It's not just about the relationship between you and your teenager. It is teaching them life skills by you first learning those life skills and teaching them how to then obtain those life skills of emotional regulation. This is what it's all about. The way you've been reacting, even if it feels justified, even if it feels automatic, right? It's your natural response, is actually the thing that's keeping you stuck. That is the pattern that's keeping you stuck. This automatic reactive response that most moms have. Listen, we're not going to shame ourselves because it is very typical. Society okays it. And so you start to okay it and it breaks trust. If you want to have this trust with your teenager where they talk to you, where they care about what you have to say, it's recognizing your patterns and creating new patterns so you can get from one side of the canyon to the other side of the canyon. Let's see. You can't solve the problem from the same level, okay? If you've been trying to solve a problem from the level that you are, you got to up level. I'm all about up leveling. Let's up level your patterns, your responses, and then your relationship will then up level as well. We're going for a jump, not a step. We're not going to go for these inches forwards anymore. We are accelerated in the program that I teach. It is acceleration. It is immersion in the trusted language so that it is an accelerated pace. A quantum leap is acceleration. Don't you want acceleration? Do you want to fumble around trying to figure out, put the puzzle pieces together getting stuck, or do you want to guide a coach who can help you get from one place to another that shows you how to build the bridge? That's what I teach you in the workshop. Like I said, I'm teaching this workshop next week. I want you to also envision yourself as if it's already happened. Envision, oh yeah, I'm going to build this bridge. I'm not sure how I'm going to build this bridge, but I'm going to. When you decide I'm going to have a relationship with my teenager, I don't care what happens. I did not have a great relationship with my own mom, and I decided this will not be my fate. And I found myself getting stuck in those same patterns because it was what I knew. And I share the story in the workshop about how I shifted that approach so that I could have this quantum leap. I wasn't going to have it. I envisioned what I wanted and I worked towards that goal, and I wasn't going to let anything else get in the way. So I did everything that I could, which meant investing in myself, investing in my brain, investing in my acceleration, because I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I am not going to be this mom that I don't want to be. I'm going to be a newer version of myself, and upgraded, a U squared version of myself, a U squared mom. If you're ready to U square, if you're ready to mom's 2.0, if you're ready to be something different than what you've been doing, I'm here for you. Okay, this is the end. Speed comes from alignment, not effort. When you shift the right thing, change happens fast. This isn't about spending years fixing your relationship. When you shift the pattern, things can change right away. The moms that step into the Trusted Academy with me, they feel the shift in the first week or two. There are very specific steps that I give you to create that allow for this quantum leap. My goal is for you to feel calm and steady no matter what your teenager does, and they start to see your calm and steady, and then they start to shift. I know we all want our teenagers to shift first, but guess what? U squared is you shifting first. Okay, I'm going to end this workshop next week. I'm going to, if you comment LEAP once I post this, or the link will be posted for the workshop, lab.kristenduke.com, teaching a workshop about how to get this quantum leap from here by building a bridge to the other side of the canyon where your teenager is. You don't got to go down in the valley of despair. We're going a new way. I'm here to show you that new way. You ready for it? Okay, go back and watch the beginning if you missed this. Let's go. Let's go.